have Washburn head coach Bob Chipman, as well as sophomore guard Javion Blake, and junior forward Brady Skeens. Coach Chipman, if you'll start with an opening statement, then we'll take questions for the players, and then we'll let them go before we have questions for you.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of these guys up here, man. They just wouldn't quit. A lot of contact. They took a lot of contact out there, and he finished. I don't know how you finished some of those, and Brady got typical pushed around out there, but, you know, he kept his poise and just great play, would not let us quit, kind of kept us in the game. Obviously, Carney shot it very well.
Questions for either Brady or Javion?
Brady, that was exactly the start you guys were kind of looking forward to, wasn't it? I mean, the energy seemed like it was there early on.
Yeah, we came out and we got to a good start. We started to struggle a little bit when they started making some jumpers. We struggle on the defensive end mainly. We scored enough points to win, but whenever we lose, we tend to struggle defensively, and that happened a little bit in the second half. So.
What was the biggest difference Nebraska Carney did on the break in the second half?
They helped off a little bit more on me in the first half. They were kind of sticking more to our shooters, but they made more of an effort to kind of help in on me in the second half, and that was the main difference.
Javion, when it didn't help it on Brady so much, did that kind of open up the drive for you guys, for the guards a little bit? It seemed like, you know, that was kind of a point of emphasis driving to the basket.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Coach told us they were going to start doubling down on Brady in the post, so he just told us guards keep moving and open up the post for him and cuts for us to get wide open layups.
Even though they hit as many threes as they did, it seemed like it was a better defensive effort. I mean, was it just kind of frustrating to see them, you know, get as hot as they did when you guys seemed like you were playing a little bit better defense?
Yeah. I mean, it's always frustrating when you see a team make some tough threes, and they got a couple loose balls, and they got a couple hustle plays down the stretch and got some wide open threes. That really hurt us in the end, though.
Brady, you know, when things were not going well, you guys could have kind of folded up. Instead, it seemed like you found some rhythm down the stretch. Do you kind of take some solace in that you were able to, you know, finish the year, you know, stronger?
Yeah, Coach Chip, we've been struggling in the middle of the season, and Coach Chip told us that we just need to get all the losses, all the bad starts out of the way, and just completely start over. And from that point, I think we played really well as a team. Down the stretch, we won that stretch of 4 home games and then our first playoff game, and we started well tonight. We just let them hang around too much, and then when they started hitting jumpers, we just couldn't really get back into it.
For both of you, what's the biggest thing you're going to take away from playing under Coach Chip, you know, heading into the next year and on?
We just got to just stay a team. Sometimes we got a little selfish and we struggled a little bit, but when we started to finally play together as a team and listen to all of our coaches, especially Coach Chipman, that's when we really started to play well. So we just need to just all buy in together, and I think that we have the talent to be a good team. We just got to figure it out and all come together and get it working at the same time.
Javion, could you kind of speak on that? Just what were the biggest things you learned from Coach Chipman?
Coach Chipman is a great coach. I mean, I'm honored to play for him for these past 2 years. Some things I take away from him is always stay low and get lower on offense and defense. He harped on that a lot, but he's a great coach. I mean, you always want to play hard for him, and I feel like we played our hearts out tonight, but they just hit more shots than we did at the end of the day.
Brady, is there a Coach Chipman story you'll always remember?
I mean, I'll remember every day in practice. I know Coach Chip.
I offered you when you were, remember when you were younger.
Yeah, he offered. Yeah, he's been on me from the beginning. He was one of my first offers ever, because my mom and my family has been through here. So he was always on me early, and I think that I like that. Like he knew that he wanted me from the beginning, so I like that.
These guys had fantastic years, man. I mean, I really believe in both you guys. I mean, you're such great people. So I just thank them for the opportunity. They had to put up a lot of ceremonial crap for me this year, and I want to thank you guys for putting up with that, and probably took away from some of their thunder. They had monster years. These two guys can really play. So thank you guys.
We just want to thank Coach Chip, too. He's been great to us since we've been here. He's one of the greatest coaches not only in D2 but all of NCAA basketball ever. So it was special to be able to play for them, especially this last year. We just wanted to thank you for that too.
Do you guys have any more questions for either of the players? Okay, if you guys want to go ahead, you guys can go ahead and go back down to the locker room if you want. We'll let Coach Chipman stay and talk for a while.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
no problem.
I don't have much to say.
All right, questions for Coach Chipman?
It's kind of all been said. I mean, there's been so many ceremonies and everything. Just
Coach, is this MIAA tournament any different? Because usually, like, you're facing one and done with a loss, and this year
Yeah.
it's your last MIAA tournament.
yeah, it is the greatest, one of the greatest tournaments I think in college basketball. Holding it here, you know, it's obviously the best thing our league does. I mean, I think it's tremendous. Hopefully, you know, we can do something in the scheduling. The scheduling is, you know, I think it takes away from some of the, you know, rivalries and the importance of the league, you know, in some respects. With 19 games one year, 21, three-pod system, I mean, somehow they're going to have to lock in with something there. But as far as the tournament at the end, I mean, I don't think it can get any better than this. And I'm taking a lot of pride in, you know, making it here and trying to win this tournament. You know, I just think it's a wonderful thing our league does. Was that the question? Was that kind of what?
Or how does this year feel different for you?
This year just went by like this. I mean, now the career has, honestly, all these players came back a week ago, 100 and some players, and it seemed like after seeing them, now, because you're wondering, did I make a difference? Did it really matter? Well, it mattered. All these guys came back, so it mattered. But what that did was it seemed like the 38 years flashed before my eyes, and obviously this year, wow, it seemed like yesterday we were lining up against KU and trying to get that done, and now this year's over. So this year's just totally flown by. I mean, and I'm just thankful I got unbelievable kids with unbelievable parents. I mean, Brady's going to be an attorney someday. Javion, great family. I mean, I think he's still trying to get his business degree. So, I mean, being around kids like that, I mean, not one problem. I mean, just, wow, that really makes the year go fast. So, and I wanted to go out with a group like this, and we've been trying to, you know, really get it done, which makes it really hard, which is unbelievable students, you know, but, you know, that makes the year go by really quick when you love being around. And my coaches, you know, Matt played for me, Brownie, Joe played for me, you know, love being around those guys. So when you got that, and you know, it's just, wow, all of a sudden it goes. So that's been the big thing, I think, just flashed by.
When did you offer Brady?
Well, I was semi-joking because his mom came back to receive Hall of Fame recognition and brought the whole family at Washburn. I think he might have been a 7th grader. I think 7th grader. So tried to recruit his uncle, Sidney, but missed out on him, darn, but got Brady. So, yeah, I've always loved Brady. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's an unbelievable kid there.
Kind of what were your feelings as you walked off the court, knowing that you had just coached in your last game?
Hurt for this team. I mean, it's been about this team for me because, I mean, I'm honestly kind of tired of the recognitions. You know, again, I've heard that everywhere we've gone, that little script. So, and I know the players. I mean, honestly, I feel bad for them. I felt bad for our 2 seniors, Jeremy and Colton, great Washburn guys. You know, I felt bad for them. Just still worrying about the group, really, more than myself. I mean, probably hadn't dawned in that, I don't know, that I'm done yet. I mean, I'm a little slow. I think that happens when you get older. Probably hasn't really soaked in yet, but kind of worried about more the group again. Worried about my family, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. I've been preparing for this moment for 38 years. So.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe I was planning on being here. So, you know, I love this tournament. It's great basketball, Division II basketball. You know, possibly could come here and watch. Really respect these coaches. A lot of really young, good coaches. I kind of noticed that in the meeting before the year. I thought, ooh, I looked around. I'm pretty old. You know, guys are all in their 30s and 40s, and you know, so I respect these guys. Like to watch their teams play. Possibly could come back. I don't know. You got a recommendation? You're,
I
yeah.
thought you might play golf, I didn't know.
Well, yeah, I'm going to play some golf. And, of course, I didn't want to bug Bill. Almost bugged Bill on the clubs after he came back and he beat Baylor pretty good home. Came back 14 on West Virginia. After that week, I almost decided, I knew he'd be in a good mood. Bill, how about those clubs? But I think I'll wait till he's all done, then get those clubs out. And, man, all I can say is I better work on my game, because if I got Bill's self golf clubs tailor fitted to me, so I probably should go hit some balls here this weekend, get ready for those. Been great. Media, I want to say something about our media. Pete's doing it now, but wow, I mean, just when I started, there was legendary guys, Bob Henson, Pete Gehring, Ken Corbett now with K-State. I mean, I just can't tell you how good those media guys were to me in the start, and I love the Capital Journal. I don't know if this would have happened. Those guys kind of took me in, they liked me, and they, always gave me some good press. So, even a couple years that I struggled, I never really got bad media. So thank you guys for covering Division II, and especially the Capital Journal, and TV people there, but especially the Capital Journal. So thank you for all your support. You guys have been really fair, really fair.
You even got to bark at some officials as you're going down the last couple of minutes?
Yeah, that always happens. I promised my daughter, Kelsey, this last year, wasn't going to get a tee, did not get a tee, was not going to get on the officials, just leave them alone. But a couple of those push-offs right there, and, a couple of those tough calls down the stretch. I mean, it kind of came down to some calls there, it looked like. But I tried to take the high road most of the year because of Kelsey, my daughter. It just wasn't going to go there. Wasn't going to go there. So, yeah, the officiating is very good. We get some really good officials in this league. So that's another plus to the league. I think the officiating is very good.
Coach, you talked about leaving the cover full. I mean, how much pride do you take, for the next
Yeah.
season and a half,
Yeah, really, we were thinking about, this team is, with Dave's injury, you can see he just wasn't quite up to, but, I think this team, maybe one more big front liner, we lose Jeremy, one more, point guard, just one more point guard. But this team, wow. I think sky's the limit for them next year. I think they could be really, really good. I think Brady could be, one of the best players ever in this league. So we'll see. I think a couple of you guys could coach this team next year, so I don't know who they're going to give it to, but if you're thinking about just jumping from that side to this side,
Pay well?
they'll probably end up paying them more than what I made. You know how that goes nowadays. You know how that goes. But anyway, thank you. Is that it? Thanks. Yep.